Good evening, welcome to the programme. Owen Bradley with former Derby County captain Sean Barker alongside, here to bring you some reaction to Derby County's first win at Sheffield United for 14 years. A Carlton Morris hat-trick leading the way for Derby in a 3-1 victory this afternoon. Yeah, what an afternoon for the Rams, who made it 3 wins in a row, courtesy of that man's 3 goals. The first midway through the first half, the second moments after the restart, 19 seconds after the second half had got underway. The third from the penalty spot, his first career hat-trick, the first time that Derby have scored 3 goals at Bramall Lane since 1972. Yeah, smiles all round. You'll hear from Carlton Morris in a moment or two, but we'll start with Barks, as always. A terrific performance and impossible not to be impressed, not just with him, but with everyone out there today.
Yeah, we knew it's not an easy place to go. There's going to be no more montages of me playing after that victory. But it was a great performance. The away performance, they were excellent defensively. 2 or 3 players in particular. Matt Clark was outstanding. I thought Langas and Sanderson did their bit as well. No surprise that Morris will get the plaudits, and rightfully so. He's a proper number 9 that links the play, that makes it difficult for centre half. 3 very different goals, but all with great quality. So great all-round performance from the team. The energy, the intensity, the effort, some of the way that we countered quickly, and the detail of the pass and the forward movement. It was a brilliant away performance. In reality, bar maybe a 10-minute spell, Sheffield United never really looked like they were going to cause us too many problems. So 3rd win in a row, 2 performances that at home that we needed, if we're being honest. Away result and away performance is as good as any of the season. It feels like we're just starting to move into gear and start to get the rhythm that we've been looking for. It's taken a little bit longer, but it's important that we jump on this, and we certainly jumped on Sheffield United's failings at the moment, and they suffered the price, and Derby, of course, come away confidently and comfortably victory.
Well, John Eustace asked for people to be patient, and that wait is paying off for the Rams in spades right now. Normally we would hear from the head coach at this point, but we'll make an exception today to hear from the hat-trick hero himself, Carlton Morris.
Yeah, amazing. I was just alluded to in the previous interview, having that, scoring the 2nd, 3rd goal in front of the travelling fans that were just, so perfectly set across the back of the goal. The travelling Derby fans it was class. It's something I'll carry with me for the rest of my career and going into it after as well.
As a team, we've been building momentum with performances, and especially in the last 2 games with those 2 wins as well. It seemed like this team came into this game with real confidence. Yeah,
for sure. But I think it's it stemmed from earlier in the season when the results weren't going too well. There was still some really good performances in there, and some really some positives to take away from games. And I weren't just saying that when times were tough. There were positive. I think we're reaping the rewards of that at the moment. But ultimately, this is an extremely difficult league. We've got another tough game on Tuesday, and our focus needs to go onto that rather than. Yeah, we'll enjoy this result today and celebrate it, but our focus needs to shift pretty quickly to our Tuesday night fixture.
You scored a lot of goals in your senior career, but incredibly never a hat-trick. How special is that to you?
Yeah, very special. A lot of the credit I think has to go to the lads, if I'm being honest. Wardy with his top quality delivery, Big Pat problem all day today, winning the penalty for the 3rd as well. And I think I'm obviously made up. It's a big day for me personally, but the more important thing is the lads in there all smiling, buzzing with another win.
3 goals, 3 totally different scenarios as well. Can you talk us through them a little bit?
The first one, obviously, just getting my movement right. To be fair to guys, he works so diligently on set pieces, getting finding the weakness in every team, and obviously the delivery was on the money from Wardy. Second one, couldn't quite believe my luck. I haven't had one like that before, to be fair. Just thought, but then seeing the goalie go down, lift over him, and then obviously the 3rd one, Pat does unbelievable. Take on, probably takes on 100 players a game, so, and gets fouled a lot, and he doesn't always get the decision, so luckily that time he did, and then just dispatch it, just doing my job.
You mentioned Pat and you mentioned Joe Ward previously as well. What does it say about the group that a player like that can come in, not start a league game for almost a year, and he can make a difference like that?
I mean, yeah, it's Wardy, I think the world of him, to be honest. He's in that gym working so hard every day. When he's not in the team, he's just as professional as when he is in the team. That's the kind of character, that's the kind of teammate that I want. And so I'm made up for him to come in and deliver that performance today. There's not many people that could do that. But if I'm being honest, mate, there's a lot of people behind me right now in our squad that aren't playing at the moment that are capable of the same thing. So yeah.
Like I said, focus on Tuesday now, back in front of our fans.
yes, sir, that's it. Another great night, Pride Park at home under the lights. I'm looking forward to it.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to Carlton Morris. Surprised Barks, really, that it's the first hat-trick of his career, a man with his goal-scoring record, but today's the first.
Yeah, a real surprise when you mentioned it on there. It shocked me a little bit because the quality of his finishing, the amount of time he's scored goals in his career, the clubs he's played for, the success he's had, you'd expect him to hit a few hat-tricks on the way. So a special moment for him, and it was nice to have a variety of different finishes as well. Obviously the goal at the front post with a header, brilliant header, great delivery from Ward. The second goal was superb because the way that he assessed the situation, his first glance was to look behind him for the recovering defenders. He knew he had the time and the space, and then there was 3 different looks up to the keeper to see exactly where he was, where his feet were positioned, where his body shape was. I knew the second he got through it was going to be a little dink as well. As a brilliant finish, and of course the penalty to wrap it up. So wonderful afternoon for him as well as the football club, but that's one that he'll certainly remember.
Never any doubt who was going to take the penalty. We'll maybe come back to that one in a second, but he's now matched his goal tally for the entirety of last season. Already he's looking like maybe the signing of the summer, not just for Derby, but anyone in the Championship, arguably. Yeah,
well, as soon as he signed, I said that I thought he could be the catalyst of a good season. Now, I don't think we could have asked any more of him from the start of the season to now. To get that many goals, there's been numerous games where he's probably had to play in a slightly different position that's his best. The fact that we've gone to a 3-4-3 and we're trying to utilise players in maybe their preferred positions or positions that they'll get their attributes across a little bit better. So Agyemang probably starts as a centre forward, but he drifts out to left. So it's natural that he's playing there and he's bullying defenders, he's running into the space. But Carlton Morris is a number 9. He holds the ball up well, he links the play, he's unselfish, he's a good finisher, and he gets into the box. And those attributes, those skills that he's acquired over the years means he can score goals as well as everything else. And the return of goals, a little surprise with, but the quality of the play and the impact that he can make on the pitch, no surprise whatsoever.
Took the penalty brilliantly. Never any doubt who was going to take it and really that he was going to score. Derby a bit fortunate to get it, do you think?
For me, yes. I thought there was a foul by Agyemang as he's trying to bundle his way through that we've seen him do over the few games he's played. He's direct. I like the fact he gets the ball, he's direct. He wants to run towards goal. He wants to get his shot off. But he puts his arm around the defender. But again, players have to play the referee. He gave so many 50-50s and just let the game flow. He wasn't willing to be almost kind of bamboozled by any decision when people are going down too easy. Now, they went down and put his hand on the ball, the Sheffield United player. He's got a decision to make. It's a 50-50 at that point. Why would you make that decision? And ultimately he gave it to Derby. Didn't spot the foul beforehand, don't care. It was a chance for Carlton Morris to get his hat-trick and he made no mistake from the spot.
They did get a goal back, Sheffield United. Callum O'Hare, who was easily the best player, gets the goal for them and ruins Copy Alzada's chance of 3 clean sheets in a row. But how impressed were you with the discipline of Derby today, from start to finish, really defensively?
Great discipline out of possession and great discipline to counter, to transition quickly and to have the bravery to play in tight spaces. There's a few moments where we tried to overplay from the back when there's pressure on us, and we got away with it on a couple of occasions in the game, but we just seemed to manage the game superbly well. The first 10-15 minutes of the first half were huge. Don't let them get their tails up, don't let them settle, get the crowd on the backs. We did that. We grew into the game and I thought deserved the lead when we had momentum with us and we were the team in the ascendancy. I mentioned the second half, start again strong. Don't give them anything. 30 seconds later, I don't think the song had finished when he ran through Carlton Morris and got the second goal. Getting the third was hugely important, and then the discipline after going 3-1 was super. They gave Sheffield United very little. That their shape and structure was excellent. The distances they covered, the spaces that they condensed was excellent. And in reality, bar 2 or 3 opportunities, Sheffield United never really looked like getting back into it. And if you're talking about away performance, this will be one that we remember over the course of the season. Yeah,
fantastic display from Derby. 3 wins in a row then for the Rams and for the head coach, John Eustace.
Pleased, very proud. It was great, fantastic effort by everyone. You know, all the players that were on that pitch today were fantastic, and to come here and score 3 goals and get the win was really pleasing.
What did you like in the performance then from your side?
I just thought we were really solid. I thought our shape was excellent. I thought the discipline without the ball was good. I think at times we were really good with the ball as well. We always looked to threat on the transition. And, you know, the way we dug in, I was really disappointed in the way we conceded. I think there was a stoppage in play, which obviously then led to their long throw, not us organising quickly enough. Apart from that, I didn't really feel they were going to score. So, you know, the all-round performance with and without the ball was good today.
Carlton Morris will clearly grab the headlines for his 3 goals, and rightly so. But as you mentioned there, it is all about the team. You've got players like Joe Ward, come in first start in the league in 2025. You always talk about it's about the squad, and we've seen it again today.
It's about the squad growing and building, and you know, understanding where we were at the start of the season and how, you know, we're getting players back to fitness. You know, Wardy, you know, wasn't even on the bench a couple of games ago, but it's all about the 25-man squad over the course of 46 games, which are going to play a huge part. And you know, the way he came on the field today, he played with a lot of good attitude, and is as if he was meant to be here. So I was so proud of his effort and his performance today, and you know, as I was with the rest of the group as well.
You spoke a few times a couple of weeks ago about that you felt that the chemistry in the attacking third needed to come together a little bit more. Are we seeing the evidence of these players playing together more and more because they came in at various times, that they're developing that understanding and those relationships on the pitch?
Of course you are. Listen, when you rebuild anything and you're building a squad that you want to be competitive over 46 games, you've got to find the right chemistry. You've got to go through some difficult moments. You know, you've got to make sure the players are getting fit, and you've got to rest and change things around when maybe you don't want to, but eventually you get to where you want to get to over the course of the time. And at the moment we're in a good place. There's still a hell of a lot of hard work to come and to do on the training field, but you know, the most important thing is that we're competitive now in every game we play, and we're scoring goals, and you know, to win 3 in a row in the Championship is a fantastic achievement. And now it's important that we get rested, we get back in tomorrow, and you know, we prepare properly for a huge game on Tuesday now.
And you mentioned 3 on the spin, and this is a club that was so close to the Premier League last season. They were in the playoff final. That, you know, I know they've had a difficult start to the season, but this is still a strong Sheffield United side that you've come up against.
An excellent Sheffield United team. You know, every one of their players has been signed for big money. They've been very successful in the Championship. They've got a great manager in Chris as well. So to come here the way we did and play the way we were, with and without the ball was really pleasing. You know, we can see some really positive signs, and you know, we just got to keep going.
Carlton Morris then, I think I've done well to keep it as long down the interview as this. You must be just so pleased with the way he's come in and led the line and contributed with those goals as well.
I remember sitting down in the summer with Carlton and, you know, asking what he wanted to do this year, and you know, he said, I've got a huge point to prove. I'm very hungry. I want to be successful. I want to come and play for Derby County, you know, and that was good enough for me. He had a disappointing year last year, but he's been a very successful striker in all leagues. He's played in the Premier League. He was hurting from the relegation from last year as well. So we've signed a player with a real point to prove at 29. The recruitment in the summer was excellent, and you know, not just on the pitch but off the pitch, he's a true leader. He's a mentor to a lot of the other boys as well, and you know, I'm just very grateful that we managed to get that signing done, and he's scoring goals now.
The first goal obviously came from a set play. We spoke so many times about the value of those. In terms of the second, such coolness in front of goal, because that chance so early in the second half, you don't know what could happen, but he just kept his cool so well.
He did, and you know, full credit to Matt Gardner again on the set pieces. You know, he works tirelessly to make sure that we get success over the course of the season from that with the ball, but also defending the box as well. So the amount of detail that goes into making sure we're good at set pieces is there for everyone to see. The way he went through for the second was pure class. You know, calm and collective, and you know, there's only one place that was going to go. And then, you know, when he gets that penalty for his hat trick, you know, I was very confident we put it in, and full credit to him. He's had a fantastic game again today, and I know there's more to come.
It's his first senior hat trick, so that's a really special moment for him.
It is, yeah, and you know, he deserves all the success he gets because of the character and the way he works. You know, also he's got a fantastic group of players right behind him. You know, and yeah, make sure that they get the best out of him, like he makes sure that he gets the best out of them.
And you mentioned their big game on Tuesday. Now rest and recover, go again against Hull at Pride Park.
Yeah, key to it now is just getting your rest now, you know, and picking the right team for Tuesday. It's important that we, we get rested and then we prepare properly Monday and ready to go.
There is Derby boss John Eustace after the win at Bramall Lane this afternoon. Results from the Championship then. Wrexham beating Coventry last night to end their unbeaten start to the season. Still top of the table, Coventry, but there have been changes in the top two today. In the lunchtime games today, it's been a bit of a day for away sides, really. Blackburn winning at Leicester, who now have just 1 win in 8. Hull winning at Norwich to pile the pressure on to Liam Manning, and a point for Sheffield Wednesday, their first since going into administration. Wins for sides on the road this afternoon in the 3 o'clocks, including Ipswich away at Queen's Park Rangers and Preston, who won at Southampton. They continue to struggle. Stoke thrashed Bristol City. Watford put 3 past Middlesbrough as well. We'll take a look at the table then. Coventry are still top of the pile. Middlesbrough, in fact, have held on to second, but Stoke, Millwall, Bristol City, all up there. Hull just on the fringes of the top 6 after their win today. Derby's opponents on Tuesday night, of course. Derby move on to 17 points, level with Leicester, Wrexham and Swansea on that number. There's then a bit of a drop from the Rams to Oxford United and the rest of the sides below them. Sheffield United and Norwich stay in the bottom 3. And the action continues this week on RamsTV. Hull visitors to Pride Park Stadium on Tuesday. Do join us for that one if you can, if you want more reaction to tonight's game. It'll be on the website, dcfc.co.uk. We'll see you next time, but for now, from me, Barks, and the rest of the RamsTV team, goodbye.